Oh man. Oh man. You know, it's a goddamn shame how how this online community that we call the quote unquote manosphere have not progressed whatsoever. It's so sad to see this online community that we call the manosphere have fallen down and sucking so goddamn low that it's not even funny. I mean, this shit has sucking so low you can see the fucking seafloor from this motherfucker, man. Man. And one of the reasons why that this space have not really progressed is because we're still stuck on these same nonsensical conversations that lead nowhere. These conversations lead to nowhere. And the thing is that people within this online community, no matter what they are, they still intend to actually create these videos to make these conversations that lead to nowhere, due to the fact that it gives them a lot of views. And one of these conversations and these panels that lead to nowhere is when you have males and females come on a panel and argue about relationships and the male role and the gender role and what the male has to go through and what the female has to go through and all this other bullshit. Because what happened is that in a lot of these conversations, right, where you have, especially within the so-called black manosphere, where you have black males on the panel with black females, and the black female don't agree with the criticisms that black males give to black females and shit like that. And now you got the black male always, explaining why, black males are right when it comes to their criticisms about black females. And no matter what, the black female still won't hear it. And then, what happens is that, and what ends up happening is that both sides get into some emotional tangent where screaming starts happening and people starts talking over each other and all this other nonsense, right? And so what happens? No progress. No one learns shit. There's no improvement within the collective. Nothing, no progress happens. The needle haven't moved. Or the only thing that happens is that people, within the conversation, whether they're in the conversation on the panel or on the chat, get to pour out their fucking emotions. That's it. That's all that happens, man. And what also happens is that whoever hosts the panels get a large viewership. And you got a lot of these content creators who insist to keep on making these types of content that leads to nowhere, due to the fact that it gives them a lot of popularity. So what you have within this online community for the past few years is people choosing YouTube views over true progress. Because there's a lack of, it's obvious that there is a lack of progression when it comes to this space. It's nothing but a goddamn minstrel show. This manosphere, or this, or even what you call this swirling community, or this divestment shit, just black YouTube in general have become an online minstrel show. That's all it is. What's going on, Doug and Seafood Black Irish? Yeah. Oh, you got a channel? Oh, okay. Okay. That's cool. I'll subscribe to your channel. What's going on? Yeah. What's up? Yeah, Seafood Black Irish Diamond Jedi. What's up? Yeah, Doug. Circular conversations that lead to nowhere. That's all it is. Circular conversations that lead to nowhere. In which, within each side, nobody is trying to hear what's going on, spiritual logic, in which, in these types of conversations, no one is trying to hear the perspective of the other individual. Oh, hold on. Let me make myself clear. No one is trying to listen to the perspective of the other individual. They hear them, but they don't listen. See, hearing and listening is two different things. Because to hear has nothing to do with comprehension. I could hear what you're saying. That means that the sound is going through my ears, and I recognize the sound. But to listen is to analyze and comprehend and break down what someone else is hearing. And people fail to do the latter. And the reason why it's, so when it comes to this, circular conversations that don't really lead to anywhere, people are not trying to listen to the perspective of the opposing side to see, hey, if the other gender actually have a logical point. You know what I'm saying? There's no solutions. Nothing gets solved. It's just nothing but this emotional banter. That's all you see within these within these spaces on Black YouTube or Black social media. Just a bunch of emotional banter. People are miserable. People are they're miserable. They're angry. A lot of people are disgruntled with their personal lives. So now they come and air out their frustrations on the internet. That's what you see. You don't see a lot, And then at the end of the day, these types of videos get a lot of views, but there's no progress ultimately. In the long term, there's no ultimate progress. Where's the fucking progress? And when I mean progress, I'm speaking about within the collective of so-called Black people, especially the ones who's listening to this shit, who gets involved in the conversations. What are we doing to actually progress? How are these conversations leading us to progress within our individual lives, the lives of our families, and the lives of our overall community? Where's the progress? It seems like the only thing that matters within these spaces is somebody's popularity on YouTube, which doesn't really mean shit because popularity over the internet don't lead to actual real life solutions. I mean, let's take a Kevin Samuels Christ, for example. With all due respect, may he rest in power. But all that popularity he got on the internet didn't save his life. That's the real shit. All that popularity he got on the internet, you know what I'm saying? All that traction he got. Even to the point that people within the mainstream was communicating with him and spoke about him and stuff like that. All that shit didn't even save his fucking life. Yeah. Kevin said. All this Kevin said. This didn't even save the motherfucker's life. Where's the fucking progress? These circular conversations that doesn't lead to anywhere. You know what? Shout out to a content creator by the name of Madhead Doctor. Madhead Doctor, if you're listening to this, shout outs to you. I got to give you a shout out. It's funny because me and Madhead Doctor, we've communicated with each other for years on these social media streets. And at first we didn't get along, but afterwards we became cool. You know what I'm saying? But he uploaded a video, which was, I like that. I like that video. One of his prior videos that he uploaded, right? One of his latest videos in which he spoke about certain conversations that people are having in Black YouTube, how it leads to nowhere, right? Basically, it's the same thing that I'm saying. And he showed a clip of this brother who was handicapped, right? Unfortunately, right? And in the clip, the brother, I guess he used to create content, and he filmed himself. Like I said, once again, the brother was handicapped. So he filmed himself going out to his backyard, grabbing a shopping cart, rolling it back and forth. So the whole video was all about him rolling the shopping cart back and forth, which led to nowhere. And that reminds me of a lot of these conversations that take place in these so-called Black YouTube streets. It's just a bunch of, it's just like that handicapped dude rolling his shopping cart back and forth. It leads to nowhere. No progress. What have you learned? How have this information, if you're going to call it that, help me improve my life or help other people improve their lives? Like, Are we concerned about helping other people in these spaces? Yeah, yeah. Some of his content is cool. Although me and him don't agree all the time on things, but a lot of things that he say is good. You know, what's going on, everybody? What's up, everybody? Oh, Sifu says I've tried to connect with the Black Manosphere, but they don't like conservative principles. Oh, that's ironic because a lot of people within the Black Manosphere claim to be conservative, but hey, yeah, pure emotion, no personal responsibility, and that's the thing that get on my nerves. That's really annoying. What's up, K Business Podcast? What's up? What's up? And that's one of the things that really annoy me about this, the so-called Black YouTube. You know, it's the same types of conversations over and over and over again that don't lead to solving actual problems that takes place in real life. You know, now one of the biggest things, right, that's going on right now is this so-called black male in Akron, Ohio, who got shot and killed by police 60 times. I mean, I think about 8 police officers in Akron, Ohio, you know, the home of LeBron James and Steph Curry, shot this black male 60 times. 60 times. And instead of us putting our minds together and come together with a solution on how can we politically organize in order to stop or at least drastically reduce these types of situations from continuing to happen in the United States, we come online and have these conversations, which is similar to a dog chasing his tail. You know, sort of like what Shaka Noodle says on the comment section, chasing your own tail content. We still want to sit there and have these conversations where we want to argue with the opposite sex all the time. And these conversations lead to nowhere. You know, you got two people, you got people within, you know, both genders arguing, complaining, and making the same arguments over and over and over again. And each side is refusing to listen to the other side. And this is in regards to both genders when they have these conversations about relationships. You know, one gender may bring a legitimate point about the other gender, and the other gender will be in denial and dismiss that legitimate point, but then will bring up a point when it comes to them. It's these things. It's once again, it's basically a train going around in a whole loop, and the loop have no destination. There's no destination. It just goes around in the whole loop, circular. Yeah, I'm talking about Jalen. Yeah, I'm talking about the brother Jalen from Ohio. Yeah. You know, it's all about entertainment. It's all about entertainment at the end of the day, right? But at the end of the day, when you got these bitch-made content creators who focus more on being entertainers instead of being problem solvers, right? Instead of galvanizing our people to organize together to solve actual issues that takes place, which is what the original Black Manosphere was based on. Instead of that, we want to entertain. We want to entertain. And the consequence to that is that we just end up looking bad by claiming that we're some smart, intelligent people, but yet we don't use our so-called intelligence to actually go out there in the real world and solve issues, man, solve problems. We're out here having the same conversations over and over again, thus making us look like some bitter old males. Now, all across social media, and even in the mainstream media, when you say the word manosphere, it has a negative connotation to it. Why? Because of people within the manosphere themselves not progressing, not utilizing that community, that online community, or the lack thereof, to engage in actual progress. Motherfuckers want to sit there and complain, and argue all this other bullshit. This is ridiculous, man. Well, he said BGS more muted and blocked me when I tried to correct lies he was saying about Trump. Oh, okay. Well, okay, he muted and blocked you. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that. While I'm saying I don't get why someone would mute and block someone just because you disagree, or you correct somebody. I don't really get why people would do that shit. What's up, handsome to God, right? He says, what's up, wacky? I've come to realize that black people are entertained by talking about, complaining about, and breaking down our problems with no intention of committing to changing anything. Unfortunately, you are correct. You are correct, bro. Unfortunately, you're correct. Shaka Nulu says the problem with even those types of conversations is that it'll still just be that, conversations. There's got to be a real action. Neither party likes black people. Yeah, neither of them do. Doug says the manosphere is a waste. Yeah, shit. Hell yeah, it's a waste. We have the numbers to actually organize and propose some type of policy for men or fathers' rights, etc. Yes, it is. Yeah. Simply Deep, what's going on? Yeah. It is a goddamn tragedy. What happened to this space? Because the original intent of this space is to use this, and I stated this over and over again. The original intention of this space is to use this space as a form of communication to get like-minded people to communicate together, so brothers and sisters can one day go out there in the real world and organize together in order to help create change in society. Instead, we would rather settle to just be entertainers. Entertain. It is very stupid. And then thinking that having a quote-unquote conversation is the end all be all to everything. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. And and one of the things, when it comes to having this conversation, right? Can we stop having stupid people coming on panels and trying to have conversations about gender roles and relationships? Why is it a lot of times on black social media in general, right? On black social media, whether it be Black Manosphere, whatever, the black conscious community, whatever you call it, right? Motherfuckers have some of the dumbest bitches to come to their fucking panels to have an interview and speak about relationships. Like, motherfucker, you all speaking. Where's the motherfucker? You got me fucking stuttering right now, man. How the fuck are you going to have an intelligent discussion on relationships with hoes? How the fuck you going to have that? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my fucking life. You're going to speak about relationships and gender roles to hoes that don't know shit about relationships, who are not relationship material. These bitches don't know these bitches don't know anything outside of sucking dick. What the? But it's all done. See, these bitch ass content creators do that because it's all done for the love of gaining views and attention. Let me put some stupid motherfucker, some stupid ass bitch, some hoe from off the street that I found from Instagram or some other bullshit like that. We have a one-on-one interview together. We speak about the same circular conversations, and I get my views. But as a result of that, what you're doing is giving hoes more legitimacy. You're giving hoes more attention And I'm speaking about hoes. When I say hoes, I'm not speaking about all females. I'm not like these niggas that call all females hoes and shit like that. I'm speaking about whores. Females who we know are very sexually active. All right? We talking about that specifically. When you put them in a goddamn panel, right? Where they receive a lot of attention, you're giving them more legitimacy. You're giving them more fame. You're giving them free marketing. And males should not be doing that when it comes to hoes. You dumb motherfuckers, man. Like Kevin Samuels Christ bitch ass. You know, like once again, my condolences. I know he passed away, but one of the dumbest things that he did, amongst all the other dumb shit he did, is put that hoe Brittany Renner on his show, thus giving her even more popularity than that bitch deserved. You don't fucking do that. I thought there was rules to this game of life, man. That's you know what? That's the issue that I realized with a lot of these bitch ass niggas in these spaces. They don't have no fucking standards whatsoever. In life, there's rules. There's rules in this game of life, man. See, when you true to the game, you true to the fucking rules, man. And when you got niggas that ain't true to the rules, these are niggas you can't have respect for. There's rules to this fucking shit. You don't give no fucking hoe any type of fucking clout, nigga. The fuck? Fuck wrong with this shit, man? That's why I get at these niggas. Fuck these bitches. I get at these niggas. Because these niggas are bitch ass number one. These are some hoe ass niggas, man. And these are the same niggas who for the most part like to call themselves alpha males. Alpha males. What type of alpha males cry about bitches all the fucking time? I'm an alpha male. I'm a select male. I'm a real nigga. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Dumb motherfuckers, man. You know, niggas want to make hoes legitimate. Niggas want to make groupies legitimate, man. So damn stupid. You got niggas that's on this pussy begging shit on the internet. You know, let me say this, right? About making the illegitimate legitimate, or making those who are irrelevant. That's what I really mean. You're making hoes relevant, in which you shouldn't be doing that shit. Another motherfucker that shouldn't have been relevant is Cynthia fucking G. And I told these stupid ass niggas about 4 fucking years ago to stop making video responses to Cynthia G. Because all you're doing is giving this bullheaded bitch more fucking fame. But what I didn't realize at that time is how badly these thirsty ass niggas wanted Cynthia G's attention. I didn't know that at that time. These niggas, within 2018, 2019, these bitch ass niggas in the Manosphere were so thirsty for Cynthia G's attention just as much as a son is thirsty for his mama's attention. That's why I nicknamed Cynthia Mama Cynthia. Mama Cynthia. Because Cynthia G is the mother of Black Manosphere 2.0. That's who the fuck she is. Mama Cynthia. As a matter of fact, it's not me that made up that name. It was my homeboy, Degenerate Sharingan. I gotta give him his credit for that. Degenerate Sharingan. He's the one that created that name, Mama Cynthia. Because that's your mama. Making videos, being thirsty for her fucking attention. And I told you motherfuckers that all you're doing when you make all these video responses to Mama Cynthia is that you're just making her more relevant. You're just making her more famous. You're giving her free marketing. Right now, on average, when Mama Cynthia goes live, she has an average of 1,500 to 2,000 live viewers. Why? Because y'all made her popular. Y'all give relevance to the irrelevant. Oh shit. Shaka News said, yeah, remember who kept her relevant. I know exactly what that handicap sign is for. But there is a lack of progress when it comes to this side of YouTube. There's a lack of progress. I mean, we're talking about, this is another summer where one so-called black male was shot 60 times in Ohio. Another so-called black male in Connecticut, I think in New Haven, Connecticut, where the police paralyzed them. But instead of us as black males galvanizing together to organize and mobilize to be politically active in creating policies that puts more that puts more restrictions on police brutality and racial profiling, instead of engaging in such things, we want to spend our time arguing with the opposite sex. It's fucking bullshit. There's no progress. It seems like the only motherfucking thing in which a lot of people care about is just being popular on social media. Which is why a lot of content creators on this side of YouTube, when they have their little quote-unquote YouTube beefs, so-called YouTube beefs, even though that's not a real beef, but you know what I'm talking about, with another content creator, if that other content creator that they got the quote-unquote YouTube beef with have a smaller audience than they do, they want to use their viewership or the fact that they have more views and more subscribers than them as a form of superiority. Like, oh yeah, more people listen to me than they listen to you. Like that's a fucking accomplishment. So internet fame is a fucking accomplishment now? You can tell a lot of these niggas ain't never had shit before their internet fame. Because they think that shit's a big deal. You know, believe you me, any content creator who try to use their YouTube fame as a way to assert superiority over another content creator is a motherfucker that ain't never really had shit in real life. Yeah. My sub count means I know more than you. These are just words of niggas that ain't really had shit in life. I'm telling you, a lot of people before their YouTube fame ain't never really had shit in real life, man. Never had to pop the piss on or when to throw it out of. And people don't even understand that when it comes to your pathetic ass YouTube fame, the only thing YouTube need to do is suspend your account and your fame goes away like that at a snap of a finger. That's all YouTube needs to do. All YouTube needs to do, or Google or Alphabet Inc., which is the company that owns Google, right? All they need to do is suspend your account and your online fame is gone. And I'm speaking from experience because that happened to me. Okay? My previous Wacky Word of O account. This is not my first Wacky Word of O account. My very first Wacky Word of O account eventually got me to having videos. At one point in time, almost all of my videos went viral. Right? It was like, and this was before we had live streaming. And this was at a time when this space was still small. Where videos, where I was having videos that had over 100,000 views. Where I had videos that made like 50,000 views, 80,000 views. You know what that means? At that time when the black part of YouTube was still small, if I was having over 1,000, if I was having videos that had over 1,000, 100,000 views, if I had videos that was having over 80,000 views, you know what that means? That means that I actually crossed the color barrier on YouTube, and people within other races was watching my shit, right? But guess what? Once my account got suspended in the summer of 2012, my internet fame was going just like that. Even though I was never the type to give a fuck about internet fame. I didn't care about internet fame. As a matter of fact, I never wanted internet fame. I came on the internet to tell my truth. That's it. Well, there's no such thing as, I take that back. There is no such thing as my truth. There's only such thing as the truth or the lie. So I just came on here to tell the truth and to help encourage and inspire my people to come together and let's go out in the real world and solve the issues that we've been facing for decades. That's really it. The fame just came unintentionally because I was not looking for that. Yeah. Yeah, that's you know, exactly. That don't sound weird to you? YouTube famous? YouTube famous? He said my 405 sub count must mean my content sucks. Like I said. And even then, right? When I had a lot of popularity on YouTube, I never used that as a form of superiority over other people. I never used that to say, well, hey, you don't have as much views as I do. You don't have a large sub count as I do. So therefore, my channel's better than yours. Nah, I never did that. Because I never looked at internet fame as nothing more than what it is. Fame on an interactive playing field, which to me ain't shit. But going back to what I was saying about, you know, YouTube views over progress, it's just so sad how, you know, we choose views over actually solving issues that go on in our real world, man. You know, that's some sad shit. We think that internet fame is more important than actual than actual than the actual upliftment of our condition. We think internet fame is more important than actual improvement out in society. That's some backward shit. We think YouTube views is more important than forward movement. Ain't that some shit? My video views is more important than us moving forward in real life. My YouTube views is more important than us actually coming together as a collective out in the real world and overcoming the conditions that we are put in or that we haven't put in. That's more important. That's the mindset of a lot of content creators on this side of YouTube. But yet they want to poke fun of Black Lives Matter, in which no one in the Manosphere is in any position to talk shit about Black Lives Matter, because as much as I have my disagreements with Black Lives Matter, the one thing I can't do is talk shit about them, because they did what the Manosphere should have done. And I stated that plenty of times, and I'm going to keep stating that again. I mean, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter went from a hashtag on Twitter to actually becoming a grassroots activist campaign out in the real world. To the point of fact that they have a level of influence out in the real world. Yeah, they go outside. They go outside. They're not hermit crabs stuck in the house. They go outside. You know, as much as I disagree with certain things that Black Lives Matter believes in, the one thing I cannot dismiss is how they have improved from being a movement on the internet to becoming a grassroots, boots on the ground movement out in the real world. So all you fake wannabe conservatives in the Black Manosphere could say all this bullshit about Black Lives Matter. But at the end of the day, Black Lives Matter accomplished more things than you have, motherfucker. And to even put insults, to even add insult to injury, Black Lives Matter was started by a black female. We know that. So we talk all this shit about the so-called black female, but yet, time and time again, the so-called black female have shown how they can get more politically organized than the so-called black male. Niggas want to get mad at the so-called black female for what's that? I think. What's that banking company that start this initiative to give billions of dollars to so-called black females? I made a video about it too, but I forgot the name of that banking company or that bank that is dedicated into having this initiative to give billions of dollars to so-called black females in order to give money to more black females entrepreneurs, and et cetera, and even donate money to philanthropists, black female philanthropist organizations, right? And we got mad at that. I know, I'm simping for your mama. Understand that, I'm simping for your mama. I'm simping for that bitch, motherfucker. Yeah, black female, they donate to black female, they dedicate to donating millions of dollars to black female philanthropic, damn, I can't even pronounce that motherfucker. Yeah, Goldman Sachs. Yeah, thank you, Cartel. Goldman Sachs, right? Goldman Sachs, yeah. Yeah, all that bullshit. Yeah, no, it's not bullshit, but thank you, Cartel. Goldman Sachs. So you have a lot of so-called black males who got upset at the news that Goldman Sachs state that they're dedicated in donating billions of dollars to so-called black females. And in my mind, I'm like, why are you so upset? Because you have plenty of so-called black females who organize together in order to set up this initiative. Where are the black males who is organizing together to get that same thing? See, I can't be mad. I cannot be mad at any group of people that organize themselves together politically, socially, and economically, and actually benefited from it. You know, I can't get mad at them. Also, they already donated $10 billion. So, cartel, did they already donated these $10 billion, or are they in the process of donating $10 billion? Because I haven't heard any updates from them. But tell me what you know. Did Goldman Sachs already donate $10 billion to black females, or are they in the process to doing that? But then you got plenty of people in this space who is upset at this shit. And once again, I'm like, why be mad? Why can't you sit back, peep the game, learn what strategies that all these so-called black females did in order to get this initiative done? And why don't we get together and emulate the same process? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was. Yeah, they made a. Yeah, okay. So Shaka said they ain't donated nothing. Cartel says, okay, I don't know, but they made an agreement to donate $10 billion towards black women. Yeah. And then Doug says that Goldman Sachs are partners with the World Economic Forum, and one of the initiatives of the World Economic Forum is to invest in more women's leadership. They already donated $10,000 per woman. Okay. And he says Goldman Sachs has now donated to Hispanic women. Okay. But what I'm saying is, once again, instead of so-called black males on the internet being upset at the news, once again, why can't we sit back, watch how these females organized together and made this into reality, and let us emulate the same thing? Oh, you thought they donated already? The last time I read, and I did make a video on that, is that Goldman Sachs just agreed to invest in that initiative to help black female leadership. And I remember it was, you had black female politicians such as Condoleezza Rice, to so-called black females in entertainment like Issa Rae and others, and even so-called black females within the corporate sector that came together to get this initiative done. Like, I don't know if Goldman Sachs actually made good to the initiative. I don't know if they've followed through within the initiative. I don't know that. But let's just say if they did, because Doug stated that they already did. So let's say if Goldman Sachs actually followed through in their promise that they were going to invest in black female leadership, invest for there could be more black female entrepreneurship, and invest in black female damn, I can't even pronounce that bullshit. Philanthropy. I can't pronounce that bullshit anyway, right? But you know what I'm talking about. Basically, for them to invest more money in black female leadership, let's just say if Goldman Sachs actually did follow through in that, I'm not mad at that. The fuck I'm going to be mad at that? Why the fuck would I be mad at a group of people who organize and mobilize together to work tirelessly in doing something productive for themselves? Why would I be mad at that? If anything, I'm going to look to emulate that. The fuck? Same thing when it comes to Black Lives Matter. If anybody was smart, see, the thing is, when it comes to a winning team, I look at the strategies that that team used to win. I don't have to necessarily agree with every single thing that that winning team believes in. I don't even have to like that winning team. But I have to acknowledge and respect the fact that that team is winning. And if that team is winning, that then they must be doing something right in order to win. So let me go and investigate what they're doing for them to win, so I can emulate that and blend that with my winning strategy. This is how smart people operate. Yeah, I didn't even bat one eye. I didn't even bat one eye on it when I first heard about it also. I looked at it as a potential opportunity for black males to come together and do the same thing. That's the way I looked at it. But you see, the thing is, look at the language that I'm speaking. The language that I'm speaking is called progress. It's called productivity. The majority of males on this side of YouTube do not want to speak that same language because they know that if they speak that same language, then they have to put in the work and practice that in action out in the real world. In which I come to realize that the majority of males on this side of YouTube have no interest in putting any work in order to go about progress and productivity. But instead, you got these niggas that ain't got a pot to piss in, nor when to throw it out of, that want to complain about some bitches, man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of niggas who are illiterate, who can't fucking read for shit, who don't research shit, who for the most part is not intelligent whatsoever, all right? Who they're just plain ignorant and stupid as hell. They got nothing going on for themselves, but yet they want to complain about how and why females don't respect they punk asses, man. Nigga, fuck them niggas, man. And I'm not saying, and I'm not saying that, that so-called black females have no flaws. For all you slow motherfuckers in the back of the bus that got an issue comprehending what the fuck a nigga is saying. I'm not saying that so-called black females have any fucking don't have any flaws. Of course they have fucking flaws. But what I see with these bitch ass niggas is that they're just the pot calling the kettle black. That's all I see with these bitch ass niggas. They're just the pot calling the kettle black. But they want to have these endless these endless circular conversations that goes nowhere, that has no fucking direction, and want to keep arguing with the opposite sex. You this, you that, you this, you that, you this, you that. It's very stupid. Now, Bronzeberg, Them retards are in the back of the yellow bus. In the yellow bus, in the school bus, the engine is in the front. They're in the back of the damn short bus. That cheese bus and shit. If you want to watch Danica Marie, go watch her. I'm not forcing you to come on here. Shit. You want to watch her, go watch her. I don't care. But all right. That's all I got to say, man. That's all I got to say. So I got to say when it comes to that. I'm out of here. Peace.